home. These two teams very familiar with one another, both out of the Missouri Valley, as the Illinois State Redbirds make the trip to Fargo to take on the North Dakota State Bison. It's the final game of the FCS quarterfinal. James Madison, Weber State, and Montana State all winning last night to book a spot in the semifinal. This has been a tournament that has been absolutely dominated this decade by the Bison. They have won 7 of the last 8 national titles. With that, we welcome you here alongside Ray Bentley. I'm Jay Alter. Ray, you look at the success this team has had. How have they been able to build this program?
That's a really good question. But from my perspective, it's about talent and recruiting. That's the base of it. But then what do you do when those guys get here? It's the culture of this program, and it's player-driven. The players not only look out for each other, they keep each other in line, but they coach each other. And my experience, the most I learned from the game was from my teammates. They understand that here, and they pass it down from generation of player to generation of player.
And you look at what the culture has delivered this decade. 7 national championships, 2 different win streaks. They did 33 games from 2012 to 2014, only to break it last week in a win against Nicholls State. And not a lot of people thought they could keep it up with a first-year head coach and a first-year quarterback, but Trey Lance, just a freshman, he has been terrific.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. I mean, this guy doesn't make mistakes. It's crazy. He has not thrown an interception all season long. That just blows my mind. But he's smooth, he's athletic, very decisive. He's got a great arm, and he might just be their best ball carrier. So he has gotten better throughout the year, and his best is yet to come, and we may see it today.
Well, you can stack up with a name like Carson Wentz. That serves you pretty well. For Illinois State, a tall task today. If they have a chance to pull the upset, it has to start with their bell cow, James Robinson.
Well, he is their offense and has been their offense pretty much throughout these playoffs. When you think of him, think Le'Veon Bell. He's got the patience and a pace that really allows him to make plays. He hits his top speed in about 2 or 3 steps, and so he'll go slow you down, and then burst right past you. And he is a special kind of player, over 200 yards in the previous 2 playoff games. Let's see what he can do here today.
We are ready to go in the Fargo Dome. North Dakota State in search of their 8th national title in 9 years. We'll get you kickoff when we come back.
Beautiful. I will, and I'll wait till I get there before I do.
ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite you to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart as members of the NDSU ROTC Honor Guard present our nation's colors. Then please sing along as the Gold Star Marching Band performs our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, gentlemen, okay, understand the formula, how we got here. Offensively, we play great ball security. We run the football. Okay, we run the football, we execute the plan. Defensively, okay, we got to tackle it in. Play with great effort, okay? And force turnovers. Force turnovers. Special acts, great effort. Play with great effort, okay? Defend the return game. And play great ball placement in a kicking game. Win the battle of hitting yard. It only state it never changes. Okay, it's all about the 3 T's. All right? This is one of the ways to figure this out, right? First T is the tempo. The speed at which we play the game. You play fast, but never in a hurry. Okay? Fast, but never in a hurry. Play with great technique. Great technique. The deeper you get in the playoffs, the better the players, the better the team, the better the technique has to be. So you focus on your technique. And the third T is our calling card. It's our toughness. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! About our toughness. Okay, make sure we play for each other today. Behind each other, for each other. Okay? You have fun playing football.
$1,400 miles away from college game day, we welcome you to Fargo, North Dakota. We're outside, it feels like -21, but that has not stopped the Bison faithful from packing the Fargo Dome today. It's home to the hottest team in college football, and it's been that way for a while. North Dakota State's FCS record, 34-game win streak on the line. It's the FCS quarterfinal, and it's next. We have two teams very familiar with one another, both out of the Missouri Valley, as the Illinois State Redbirds make the trip to Fargo to take on the #1 seed North Dakota State Bison. Take a look at our bracket. It's the final game of the FCS quarterfinal. James Madison, Weber State, and Montana State all placing a spot in the semifinal with wins last night. This is a tournament that the Bison have absolutely dominated. North Dakota State, they've won 7 of the last 8 FCS national championships. They're looking for their 8th of this decade alongside Ray Bentley. I'm Jay Alter. Welcome to Fargo, everybody. Ray, what is the success? How have they been able to put this run? I mean, it's really unbelievable when you think what they've been able to accomplish.
You know, it starts with recruiting and talent, but that's not where it ends. The culture, the player-driven culture they have here is really amazing. And what happens is these players not only look out for each other, they police each other, they also coach each other. And I can tell you from my experience, I learned more from the guys I played with than any coach I ever had. That's how the game's handed down. They understand that here.
Well, that player culture has absolutely led to this decade of dominance. When you look at the win streaks that they've been able to put together, a 33-game win streak from 2012 to 2014, a streak that they just broke last week with the win against Nichols, a 34-game win streak, and that is active. It's been all part of 7 national championships. People thought the Bison would take a step back, first-year head coach, first-year quarterback, but boy, Trey Lance has been absolutely terrific for this Bison team.
Yeah, he's just been unbelievable, outstanding. He just doesn't make mistakes. It blows my mind. He has not thrown a single interception all year. That's just nuts. And then he's very smooth, athletic, decisive. He's got a great arm, and he may be their best ball carrier as well. He has improved so much through the season. I can't wait to see what he does today.
Pretty good when you can go punch for punch with numbers like Carson Wentz. For Illinois State, tall task clearly today. If they have a chance to pull the upset rate, it has to start with their running back, James Robinson.
Well, James Robinson has been their offense since they lost their starting quarterback at the end of the regular season. But when you think of him, think Le'Veon Bell. Kind of the pace that he runs with is what sets him apart. He can get to his top speed in a couple of steps. He'll slow it down, make you slow down, and then blast past you. He's also got a lot of power. He's a good receiver. I can't wait to see if he goes for another 200 here today.
They have made their way to the Fargo Dome. We are ready to go. North Dakota State in search of their 8th national title in a 9-year run. We've got kickoff coming next.
It's V Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
Ray Bentley, Jay Alter here with you with the Fargo Dome. Kickoff seconds away. If Illinois State's going to end this record win streak, what's the recipe?
Well, it's a complicated recipe, but it starts out, you got to hit them right in the mouth to get things going, and that's Brock Spack type of football. And then you go from there. You have to start fast. That's always important in any game, but especially when you're going against a group like this. You have to win your gambles. Take some chances. You got to win them. Run straight at him. You can't run sideways against such a good, fast, athletic defense. Hit him in the mouth, run straight at him, win the takeaway battle big. I'm talking 3, maybe even 4 more turnovers than your opponent, and then the last one is pray. And, you know, I might start there because it may take divine intervention to knock off this Bison football club.
Bison won the toss, decided to defer, so they will kick. And we are underway in Fargo. It does not take long to get this place loud. Charles Woods on the return. He's tripped up shy of the 20. Here comes the Illinois State offense. Wins against Southeast Missouri and Central Arkansas. The opening 2 rounds of the playoff earned them a trip to Fargo, and they did it off the back of one man, the senior running back, James Robinson. More than 500 yards in the last 2 weeks.
Just amazing, his 2 performances. You know, they were kind of almost dead in the water. They lost their last game of the regular season, 21-3 to Youngstown State. Lost their quarterback, Grady Davis, in the process. That's basically what they had, was James Robinson, and boy, did he step up for him.
Only the 3rd career start for the quarterback, the freshman Bryce Jefferson. They go right to the bell cow. Up the middle, only a gain of 3.
And Bryce Jefferson, the quarterback who took over has really grown, in my opinion, in just these 2 short weeks where he's been the starter for this team. The first game, he only threw it 7 times. Last week, they added more offense for him. And he's really good, in my opinion, at throwing the deep ball, very accurate with it. And he's going to be able to need to connect on some of those this afternoon.
Jefferson back to throw, but not for long. Runs right up the middle. Earns his way a first down. Still pushing the pile and falling forward past the 35. It's a gain of 14 for the freshman quarterback, Bryce Jefferson. Took it right to the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, well, they blitzed and they overloaded to his left side. He saw that coming and saw the opening in the middle, broke the 1 tackle and moved the chains. And a nice start for Bryce Jefferson.
No doubt about it. The freshman quarterback has improved in every start, but now put to the test. A running back on each hip. Not much going there. Malik Brown. He's a freshman playing in his 4th game today, so he won't have to burn that red shirt. Comes off the field after the carry.
And Brown gives them a little more depth at the running back spot. They lost Jeff Proctor, who was their number 2 guy, so Kevin Brown has been the number 2, and now Malik Brown is getting some work as well.
They spread 3 wide receivers out for the first time today. A 2nd and 9 upcoming. Right up the middle. James Robinson, you'll hear his name a lot. 78 carries, and we spoke with 11th-year head coach Brock Spack and said, how many carries is too much for Robinson? Any fatigue after carrying the ball 7 to 8 times? He said, no.
He said, get ready, he's going to get it a lot here today, too.
He joked that the NFL scouts like the fact that he's a young kid, did a red shirt, has a lot of tread on his tires. Well, he said, he might not have a good day.
Some of that rubber's being burned up in these FCS playoffs.
First 3rd down test as the Fargo Dome goes into full voice. Yards to gain to the 46. Jefferson. Ball's tipped and incomplete.
That is dangerous when the ball gets batted up in the air like that.
Now, Ray, I know you have to punt the ball here. First possession. You're on your own territory. But man, in a game like this, do you even think about it just to try and keep the momentum going early?
You think about it for sure, but you don't do it.
Back to receive Trevor Height Jr. He calls for a fair catch at the 20. We get our first look at Trey Lance to the Bison offense. The Marshall, Minnesota native won the Jerry Rice Award earlier this week. That goes to the best FCS freshman. You look at the film, it's not hard to see why.
He just amazed me. I looked at his stats and I'm like, wait a minute, 0 interceptions? Like 13 games? That can't be right. But sure enough, and then I started watching him, and he's so meticulous. He doesn't take chances. He knows where it's supposed to go. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he executes. It reminds me of a Russell Wilson type thing.
First carry goes to the local kid, and he breaks free. Ty Brooks shedding tacklers, lowering his shoulder all the way into Illinois State territory. A 35-yard punishing run for the senior.
Now the Energizer just put a lot of energy into this dome. He's just breaking tackles, and he just run with a purpose right here. And then he hits a guy late in this run, and stuff flies off of him. You know you're running hard when you hit somebody, and then stuff flies off of him. Right there, look at that stuff just flying off a guy.
Grew up right here in Fargo, went to high school right down the road at Fargo South. What a start. So this binds it offense. This is Adam Cofield. You're going to hear a lot of different names out of the backfield. Ray, this team can run 6 deep at the running back position.
They have embarrassment of riches in the skill positions. They're deep in receiver as well, and then they've got 4 good tight ends. I mean, this is a really deep football team.
And for the quarterback, Trey Lance, just a freshman.
The last two guys, Easton Stark and Carson Wentz, both got drafted. And
The early return is so far so good. 0 interceptions on the season.
throwing for 25 touchdowns and running for 11.
He did say he's thrown a few in practice. So he knows what it feels like.
His first completion of the day. Cole Jacob, first-year head coach Matt Ents. He took over with Chris Kleiman, went to Kansas State, and he has not lost a game. He's kind of rode his quarterback, Trey Lance, and he just hasn't screwed it up. It's really that simple. The team, as you said, so player-driven.
And he was a player. He knows, he understands the inner workings of how this thing goes down. 10 years coaching experience, got a nice opportunity at a young age to step into a Cadillac of a program, and he has kept it between the lines.
Third and 8 for Trey Lance. Back to pass, first down marker at the 45. Steps up, going to try and pick it up with his feet, and he does. Needed 8, got 9 to move the chains.
This is one of the things I'm talking about, the decision-making for Trey Lance. I mean, he checked the entire field. He knows where his reads are. It was all covered up. So then he starts thinking about viable alternatives. There happened to be one right in front of him called green grass, and he took care of it.
He told us
in the production meeting, gives you a little Russell Wilson vibes.
Yeah, big call him Russell Wilson Jr. Because that's the way that Russell plays. He maximizes every call that comes in from the bench. And that is what I've seen Trey Lance do.
Blown up right at the line of scrimmage. Dimitri Williams nowhere to run, and that's because John Ridgeway, the sophomore, he's their best defensive lineman. You saw why.
He is a bad man. I'm telling you right now. 6'6", 330-pounder, 3-time state wrestling champion, been working MMA since the age of 7. You don't want to mess with this guy, and he can dominate and take over a football game.
You would not want to get into the octagon with the 325-pound nose guard.
Very few of us would.
Second and 10 for North Dakota State.
He's got good feet, too. That's the thing. You can't run away from him.
Go back to Ty
Brooks. He had the 35-yard run to start this drive. That time wrapped up only a gain of 2. So another 3rd and 8 for this Illinois State defense. This is where they wanted a 3rd and a little bit to go. Not a 3rd and management.
This is where when we spoke to Travis Nykamp, the defensive coordinator, he says, if we can get him in 3rd and 8 plus, now we can do some different things. And they're going to turn some pass rush loose. And when they get into this kind of situation, to try to get after Trey Lance and get him a little uncomfortable.
Showing pressure. Redbird brings 6. Lance steps up in the pocket. Lost one, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Phoenix Sproles, his roommate, but it was broken up by Dylan Draka.
That's just good defense, getting the hands up by Draco. But watch the eyes in the back of the head of Trey Lance. He's got a rusher coming behind him. He steps up. I don't know how he saw that guy. He just sensed him, stepped up and got away in the nick of time. Pretty amazing.
So a decision to make here for first-year head coach Matt Ents. The ball at the 33-yard line of 4th and 8. What do you do?
I would let the young kid, Griffin Crosa, kick it. He showed last week he's got a huge leg. They're not going to put that kind of pressure on the youngster.
There's only 3 seconds on the play clock. The punt team runs out.
That's not a bad thing to do either.
So punting from your
Delay
opponent.
of game.
Offense.
Penalties decline. 4th down.
Oh, they decline, so they will keep it at the 33-yard line.
I don't have a problem with this either way. 4th and 9 is a tough go.
The thing I would
maybe
think about doing, but they've had trouble with
in the kicking
is a field goal,
but that's a 50-yarder-ish.
Really spread out on that offensive line. Aaron Wegner does punt. And it's caught at the 4-yard line.
Jabril Cox, a great job hitting Illinois State deep. It'll be Redbird's ball when we come back.
right here.
That's good news.
Gotcha.
Can you talk to me?
And you talk to me, and I can still hear me. Beautiful.
All right. I'm
spare them.
These two teams met at the FCS championship game back in 2014. Redbirds, they scored with a minute and 38 seconds left to go up 27-23, but too much time for Carson Wentz and the Bison. They went down the field, won the game, and then an interception sealed it. For North Dakota State, that's just one championship at 7 this decade. For Illinois State, that was a great shot to get one.
I know, and Brown was still lamenting that when we spoke with him last night.
Backed up deep in their own territory. This drive starts from their own 4. They go with James Robinson. He's tough to bring down, but a game tackle does the job and limits the runs only a gain of 6.
Which is a nice little game there to get them out of the shadow of their own end zone. But when you watch Robinson run, he's kind of like he punches in, and he knows it's going to be a long day. And he conserves energy. He reminds me of Jack Brown. Gets up off the ground kind of slow, looks like he can't go another step, and then boom, he'll bust another one on you. But he will start inside and then end up outside.
Right back to Robinson, and again swarmed and taken down. Illinois State told us we put the saddle on Robinson, our senior, and we're going to just ride him down the stretch as long as we can go.
Why? That's your best play right here, right now. You're going to have to throw the football some, obviously, and they've worked with Bryce Jefferson and adding some things to him as far as his development since he started these last couple games. But it's going to be pretty much James Robinson all day long.
Listening to the Fargo Dome on a 3rd and 2. Robinson needing 2, falling forward for the first down. This Illinois State offense, you looked at this lineup and picked out a couple of guys you really like.
Well, it starts out with the wide receiver, the freshman, Casper Rukevich. He's the unfriendly ghost. He's ghostly out there. He finds little knacks and little seams to get to things, and then you have Derek Tuska, the wood chopper. When you come to Fargo, you know there's going to be a wood chopper looking around somewhere. A wood chipper, excuse me. He chops handy chips.
North Dakota State jumped, a free play for Jefferson. He throws it deep.
This will be 5 yards
for Illinois State. Jefferson, we saw him do this last week against Central Arkansas. Really good with his cadence to get the defensive line to jump.
And what he does every time they do that is throw it deep like that. And they almost stole the big play out of that last year. That's just smart football. Brock's back knows what he's doing. And his offensive coordinator, Kurt Beathard, son of Bobby Beathard, he's been around football his whole life. He was telling stories to us last night about being a kid, going in with his dad, Coach Gibbs, with the Washington Redskins.
First and 5, 7 runs, only 1 pass. They go back to the ground game with Robinson. Sheds a tackler. This is where he's dangerous. Makes another man miss, and all the way to the 50-yard line. James Robinson, there's a glimpse of what makes the senior special a gain of 30.
I mentioned he can start inside and then get to the outside. Now they pull a couple of guys around and a nice block from his guard, Rents, to open up the edge, and then it's all Robinson just fighting his way. And ends up on the ground after this one. But after a lot of his runs, you'll see him, especially along the sideline, he doesn't end up on the ground. And that helps save him for 40 carries later in the game.
For you, Ray, no doubt about it. We will see him on Sundays, right?
I believe so. He's got 6 carries, 52 yards right now after that 30-yarder.
It's Malik Brown, the freshman in the backfield for Robinson. He gets the gift right up the middle, and you just see Golden Green swarm quickly. Five guys in on that tackle for North Dakota State.
It looked to me like it was Spencer Wagee at the bottom of that pile, and then had some help from Jabril Cox finishing that off.
That's what they need. They need the Bison defense. You've got to get a lot of hats on James Robinson and make him pay. Even if it's Philippe Brown, make him pay for trying to carry the football. That's loud in here.
Jefferson going to run this one himself. Won't get very far. Jack Darnell, the senior, wrapped him up. Sets up a third and manageable, though, in Bison territory.
Nice little quarterback design, run where they run a counter, they pull the backside guard, the tight end up there. It gets him within a reasonable distance on this third down. Are they in fourth down territory? You might be. If you're a Redbird today, you might have to pull out all the stops to get to where you want to go.
Robinson gets the carry, moving his feet, pushing the pile. Looked like he was marked just half a yard shy.
He's going to be close on this one.
Just the inside zone.
Hurry up.
He is just short, and they're trying to sneak it in here.
4th and inches.
The back went too soon.
Yeah. He did not get there. Stop shy, and there's flags down as well.
Well, the play should have been stopped for the start.
Maybe it was.
It's so loud here. Who knows?
Boy, the Bison faithful have absolutely brought it in this quarterfinal atmosphere so far.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 25. Penalties declined. Result of the play. First down.
Big crowd assist on that one. There was no way James Robinson could hear the snap count, and so he went a little bit early, but even that didn't matter because the push from that Bison defensive line was what needed to happen for him.
So far.
Kind of thought we were going to have a defensive struggle early on anyway. Two really good defenses here. Offenses kind of feel their way a little bit early on.
Brock's back, fired up. We'll step aside North Dakota State football when we come back.
We are still scoreless here in Fargo between North Dakota State, the top seed in the FCS championship. All three quarterfinals besides this one played yesterday. Montana State, little Tim Tebow jump pass to seal the win. It moved on to their first semifinal berth since the 1980s. James Madison, the Dukes, people are really high on this tournament. Shut out Northern Iowa, 17-0 win to the semifinal. Weber State, a 17-10 victory against Montana. That's great for those three teams for this tournament. When you talk about the FCS championship, it runs through Fargo, it goes through North Dakota State.
Let's say that.
They have won 7 of the last 8 FCS national championships, looking for 8 of 9. Trey Lance defines an offense, start from their own 40-yard line.
Big heavy package in here.
Adam Cofield wrapped up in the backfield. Jason Luan got in there quickly, and the sophomore wrestled him down, no gain.
And he just shoots through and gets the penetration, gets off the block, and wraps up the back. But this Illinois State defense, after giving up 35 yards on the ground on the first play of the game, they played really good since then.
Last five runs for the Bison, just 8 yards. The Illinois State defense is ramped up. Cofield that time keeping his footing. Here comes the third down. This North Dakota State offense, we spoke with head coach Matt Entz. He said we started too slowly last week. And once again, we're about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Another slow start offensively.
Right, and give a lot of credit again to the Redbird defense. They're playing extremely well right now. Last play tied to Forrest, the big middle linebacker, stepped in there and laid the heat down. This is a really good defense, one of the best in the country in FCS.
Sending pressure again on third down. Lance steps up, throws, passes, caught for a first down. And the sophomore from Tampa, Florida, Christian Watson, hauls it in to move the chains.
This one's all about the protection. They bring 6, and nobody gets close enough to Trey Lance to affect the throw. And you've got man-to-man coverage, and that clock keeps ticking. It's hard to cover a guy like Christian Watson.
Play action. Taking a shot. Adam wide open to throw, didn't get there quick enough. Watson had beaten Devin Taylor, but had to wait for the ball.
And he shook Taylor, and he's wide open down the sidelines. And Taylor's eyes, that's bad eye discipline. He just didn't play the ball right, and then he got there early for a pass interference that wasn't called, and a drastically underthrown ball from Trey Lance. And Lance has the arm to get it to where he needed to. I think he just was too careful seeing how wide open his guy was.
If he puts that ball in the end zone, Watson probably runs under it, and that's a touchdown. Lance going right back that way, picks up the first down. This time it's Cole Jacob on the reception and a gain of 20.
They are picking on Taylor right now, which I don't know if I pick on a guy like that who has 23 passes defense over the course of this season. But what they did is they ran him deep, so then they ran a comeback on him, and they gave a bigger cushion, having been beat deep the previous play, and they're working him right now.
Taylor, 5 interceptions on the season. His dad played defensive back for Nick Saban in Michigan State. This time they go for the ground game. Ty Brooks, really nowhere to run.
Romeo McKnight came off the edge, unblocked, and then squeezed down to jump on the back of the back.
North Dakota State knocking on the door of the red zone. This is the best red zone defense in Illinois State in the entire FCS.
Yeah, they only allow 59% scoring in the red zone. That's amazing. And I'm talking scoring, not touchdowns. Scoring.
This is the Delta formation.
I love this formation. There's so many things you can do out of it, including a sweep.
But Illinois State sniffed it out the whole way.
Block the edge. That's DeMarco Washington shooting through on the tackle for the loss. That's just a missed assignment right there because nobody should be in that quick and that wide open.
North Dakota State, the top seed for a reason, a 34-game win streak, but so far, Illinois State holding strong. We're scoreless in Fargo after one. Straight out. Start of the second quarter, North Dakota State held to 0. Illinois State holding punch for punch, third down upcoming. But when you take a look at the decade in terms of football, the NFL, the dynasty, clearly the New England Patriots, college football at the FCS level, Alabama, four national championships, better than both of them. Titles and win percentage, North Dakota State, 91%, the best in D1. Being tested here, 3rd and 14 to open the second quarter. Here's Trey Lance. Needed 14, didn't get nearly enough. Only got 7.
Yeah, and I don't think that was a play call expecting to get the first down. But what they did expect was to get into better field goal position. That's exactly what Trey Lance accomplished.
Griffin Crosa comes on, the freshman from Dublin, Ohio. He missed last week for a disciplinary reason. They struggled because of it. Only went 1 for 3 in the field goal department. But a 38-yard attempt. Crosa drills it to open the scoring here in Fargo.
I consider that a win for the Redbirds, holding them to a field goal down there in that area of the field.
Scoreless in the first quarter, 3 points to start the second as we step aside.
ESPN, home of the college football playoff. ESPN, home of the college football playoff.
Well, North Dakota State opens the scoring with a field goal, 3-0 early lead for the Bison. With these two teams played on October 5th, Illinois State was never in the game. A couple of early turnovers, they ended up losing 37-3. In the first quarter of that game, it was 16-3. Now only 3-0. The average good getting the ball back where you stand in this game.
The turnovers killed on the Redbird, and they gave up a long kick return, put themselves in an early hole. You can see the way they run the football. That's a recipe for coming back in games. They want to keep this thing tight all the way through.
ESPN's coverage of the FCS championship continues next weekend. Semifinal coverage on both ESPN2 and ESPNU. For more information, you can go to NCAA.com, the online home for all 90 NCAA championships.
What a great atmosphere in the Fargo Dome. An 11 a.m. local time. They were out tailgating at 8 o'clock this morning, and they have been loud.
This place is a football paradise. First time I've ever been here. I feel like I'm in Disneyland.
13 plays offensively, now 14. They've had 13 runs, only one pass. A lot of those carries belong to James Robinson.
They're also eating up the clock, sustaining drives, which has been helpful for them. You know, they got stopped on that fourth and short on their previous drive, but they moved the ball well. They 30-yard run, drive, but they're going to eventually on drives. 0 for 1 right now.
As soon as they get a first down, that's when they like to throw.
Well, they need
to get one first. Trying to gain at the 35-yard line with a 2nd and 8 upcoming for Bryce Jefferson. Right back to Robinson. Looking right up the middle and was stopped by Matt Biegler. That's his 9th carry, 59 yards. The senior was with Walter Payton Moore finalist a year ago. He's had more than 4,400 career rush yards. He got an offer from Illinois State when he was a freshman in high school. They really wanted this guy. Good enough to bring him here.
From the same hometown as Coach Brock Spack. And Brock knew the family and knew the situation and made the offer. It worked out.
Does not get the carry here. Instead, Jefferson trying to earn the first down with his feet. He's 2 yards shy. Needed 7, got 5.
Jefferson showed me a little something with that run. Good vision, making that last cut at the end to get it closer to the yard to gain, but they're going to have to punt it away.
If I'm Illinois State, you played so well, but eventually you have to make your move. You have to take a gamble and make your game.
They did. They're over one in their gamble so far on that 4th down. And I know there's Brock Spack still probably upset about that one. He was way on the sidelines for quite a while afterwards.
JT Bolkin kicks it away.
Trevor Hyde
on the return from his own 15, plenty of real estate. He was tripped up at the 30, a return of 19 after a kick of 52. And the Bison offense comes back on the field next.
Negative 21 degrees.
That was the real field tech.
Kickoff and did not stop the Bison faithful coming out. What a different temperature it is inside the Fargo Dome. 67 degrees. You gotta love these fans. They don't at all. They get out there early. They get loud when they get inside, and they don't let the weather stop them here at Fargo for rooting on their Bison.
They build their snow fort strong and solid.
Just the way you like them.
That's right.
It's like an
offensive line. Play action for Trey Lance. Taking a shot. Goes deep. And it's caught. Hauled in by Christian Watson. They took the top off on first down. Gain of 55.
He's working on Charles Woods, who is no slouch. Now Woods is their feet are going to click a little bit, and both kind of stutter, but neither fell. And then that's just a perfectly thrown football. That's good coverage, and he almost knocked it out of the hands of Watson. That's really good defense. There's not much you can do about it. It's better offense, and that's been the case with these Bison throughout the year.
What a catch by the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Sets up the Bison in great field position. First and goal from the 10.
After a gain of 55
through the air.
Go to the ground.
Wrapped up immediately. The line of scrimmage. Dimitri Williams still pushing the pile. Churning and burning all the way to the 6-yard line. Boy, he didn't give up on that run.
He wanted to go the distance.
Turning and burning.
Talking about the distance, that ball that Trey Lance threw that deep shot, that was about 55 yards in the air. He can hum the football and right on target. It's like dropping it into a bucket.
It's a great quarterback lineage.
Would you think is Easton Stick now at the Chargers? Obviously Carson Wentz with the Eagles. Lance dropped the football though. A bobbled snap and he just fell on it
at his own
10-yard line. Lost 4 yards, and that'll be a third and goal upcoming.
That was bizarre.
Nobody else really moved except for the quarterback, it looked like.
See all the guys on the left side,
they didn't even hear the snap count.
Uncharacteristic mistake from this Bison offense.
The guys on the left side didn't move. The guys on the right side did. I've never seen anything like that.
It's a big play for the Illinois State defense to try and hold the Bison to 3. That's red zone defense for the entire FCS. Pressure coming. Lance swallowed up. Now one of the best teams in the country when it comes to sacks, and they earned their 51st of the season with Stephen Podolsky.
And it's tied to Forrest, the middle linebacker, number 50, just shoots through the A-gap, and it was total whip by the guard, Zach Johnson. I don't think he expected it, and that's what created the pressure.
That's red zone defense in the country, in the FCS. They have stepped up. Two red zone trips. Two field goal attempts. Did he sneak it through the upright? Yes. Not by much, but Griffin Crosa puts it 33 yards out. It's a 6-0 lead for the Bison 10 minutes ago in the second quarter.
It's Speed Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
Towards the end of the week here on ESPN, every family and community is dealt with cancer, unfortunately here in Fargo, no different. Former Bison All-American Mike Whetstone, he lost his life to cancer 3 days after the Bison won the 1988 National Championship. And even though he died, he left a legacy before his death. He recorded a speech before that game, and the words he said in that speech still a program mantra to this day. The quote that really stands out and is repeated is, "The strength of the herd is in the bison, and the strength of the bison is in the herd." And here we are, so many years later, 2019, and you talk to the players and the coaches, they still remain that message.
And it's true. Observing them over the last couple of days, this is a really tight-knit football team.
The herd has been tested so far by this Illinois State team. There's the quote, Bison pride. Just those two words that mean so much when you put on that golden uniform to play here in Fargo.
That, to me, is what it's all about. Not only football, but life.
You can join me at the Speed Foundation fight against cancer. Speed.org. Donate to this benefit of the Foundation for Cancer Research. They go with the ground game like they have all day. Punishing hit at the end of that run for James Robinson.
Does anyone else find it ironic that they only passed once, but they just ran a draw? They must have fake pass.
Well, you did say the scout does say on first down they do like to pass more often than not. So maybe try to catch them off.
That's a good point. Because when we talked to Kurt Beathard, he said with the quarterback in, their tendencies are pretty stark, and they wanted to try to change some of those up today. So great point by you, Jay.
13 straight runs. Robinson in trouble in the backfield. Tripped up and brought down. Jabril Cox for a big loss. 14 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Almost a reverse field, big play coming, but he just wasn't able to get away from Cox, who is an outstanding athletic playmaker on this defense. He was the player of the year in this conference last season, and this year he's rotating in a little more. Didn't have the same numbers, but he had the same effect on the field.
Third and 19, Jefferson runs it himself. He'll be well short.
There's no chance to convert third and 19 with this Redbird offense right now. They're not even going to try to throw it down the field, especially backed up in their own end. I believe if they get some field position, they'll try to open up a little more. But for now, this is an old-fashioned football game. Over 80% of the plays so far combined for these two teams have been running plays. We were talking to Brock Spath. He said, the Missouri Valley Football Conference reminds me what the Big Ten used to be. Grind it out, huddle up and go hit a football league, and that's what it is.
Line drive of a took it out to the 40. That ball is still loose. And we'll step aside. North Dakota State ball back. Bison leading 6-0. 6-0 lead for North Dakota State midway through the second quarter here in Fargo. Ray Bentley, Jay Alter with you. The punt was first down to the 27-yard line. That's where the Bison offense will take over. It's interesting, only 137 yards, and two of those plays produced 90 of the 137. So two big plays. Outside of that, the Illinois State defense has been outstanding.
Especially in the red zone, holding them to field goals after those big plays.
Still looking for their first touchdown of the afternoon.
I formation. Ty Brooks, the local kid who went to high school right down the street of Fargo South. Right up the middle for a gain of 3.
I love this game, man. This is old-fashioned football. They had a fullback in there in an I formation, 3 tight ends, and they're just running it right in your face. Bring it on, baby. I love it.
You think there are kids out there sitting on the couch? Dad, what's a fullback?
Yeah. What is this huddle thing they're doing?
Both teams huddle up. Rarely see that. Four wide receivers on this set for the Bison. To the each side of Trey Lance. Back to throw. Quick hitter. It's caught. Turned upfield by Christian Watson. He's 2 yards shy of the first down marker. 3rd and 2 upcoming.
That's a pre-snap read from Trey Lance with the defender off the ball. They just run a little hit and get a nice 3rd down situation. What you need from that is recognition from the quarterback and then delivery. You got both those things from Trey Lance.
2 for 5 on third down today. Adam Cofield in the backfield with Trey Lance.
Back run here is usually the call.
Christian Watson in motion.
Unbalanced set.
Thrown out to the flat. It's Watson. Breaks a tackle. Steps on the gas pedal, and boy, if he wasn't tripped up at the 48-yard line, he may have gone the distance. Tied to Forrest, a touchdown-saving tackle.
And this should have been a tackle for a loss. I mean, you've got a safety coming up. Christian up off with a free shot in space. You got to give Christian Watson credit for getting out of the way of that and then sprinting down the sidelines. Except for a little deforestation there by the climate change. That one could have been a touchdown.
Two missed tackles sets up a gain of 19 and a first down. Right back to the ground game with Cofield. Punishing runner. Takes it for a gain of 4.
Christian Uphoff came into the hole that time and made sure he made a hit.
Look at the run game.
Here usually 300 yards. In Illinois State, they've been keyed in defensively. They've limited them to only 52 so far.
It makes me think that the Bison are going to start a little more quarterback run to get their running game going.
At 35 of those 52 yards on the first play of the game offensively. Lance in trouble. Throws. Almost intercepted. And that's important. Ty Forrest thinks he should have had that one because Trey Lance, he has not thrown a pick all season. He's been perfect in 14 games so far.
That was as close as I've seen Trey Lance come to throwing a pick. He's trying to roll to his right and do a throwback to the tight end who's sneaking across to the other side. Now, he did have pressure on him from McKnight, but that should have been an interception. I can see why Ty DeForest was so upset with himself.
And we did say, when's the last time you threw an interception? Had to be high school. He goes, well, I've thrown in practice. But in a game, it's been more than 2 years.
That's amazing to me.
3rd and 5.
Lance throws. It's hauled in by Watson, stretching out for the first down. And he moves the chains. Christian Watson has been the go-to guy today for the Bison.
He can make the quarterback look pretty good.
That wasn't the greatest throw from Trey Lance, but how about the catch?
High-pointing the football,
making the cut to get back to laying out.
Christian Watson, a sophomore. Keep an eye on him. I think he's got Sunday potential one day.
He's got
5 of the 7 receptions in the passing game for the Bison. Williams getting tackled.
Only a gain of 2.
Now, Williams is the only one on this team has thrown an interception this year. They have one as a team. They ran a toss pass, and Williams threw the pick. And when I was talking to Matt Entz about that, he said, but it was there. It was there. So, yes, it was, Coach.
4 minutes remaining before halftime. North Dakota State still in search of their first touchdown of the game. Big overload to the left side of the offense. Throw opposite, right back to Watson. His sixth catch. Shoved out of bounds. Clock will continue to run. A third and manageable upcoming for this Bison offense.
Give a nod to Tyler Roll, the offensive coordinator for the Bison. I mean, he put all those guys over there showing a lot of eye candy or eyewash, whatever you want to call it. That defense sees, we got three tight ends and a receiver over here. Here it comes. And they throw it to the backside. Good stuff from this offense.
That's the offensive coordinator, his first year calling the plays. Tyler Roll, playing running back here for the Bison. Completed 2 third downs earlier this drive at 34. Balls caught by Phoenix. Throws his first catch right at the line to gain. That's a first down.
He hurt his shoulder in last week's game. Left shoulder, just kind of letting it hang a little bit as he heads off the field. This is a really nice throw. An out route where the safety has coverage. So you're going to have space just based on the proximity of the players. You have to throw a strike, and that's what Lance did.
To keep this drive alive, the Bison had 3 third downs. Each time they've gone to the air, and each time they've completed it to move the chains.
Blitz.
Play action. Lance escapes the pressure, looks downfield, throws well over the head of Christian Watson.
They brought Luther Kirk, the big senior safety who's been invited to the East-West Shrine Bowl. Come off the edge. Boom, there he goes. And without the nice little grab, actually it was a grab too by Kobe Johnson. You might have had yourself a sack, but good coverage down the field. Nothing for Trey Lance to do, but throw it up as a souvenir.
It's a really good secondary this Redbird defense has.
Talking with Ron Smith, he said it's as good as he's had.
And they're young, they're only going to get better. 11 play the drive. Kobe Johnson puts his shoulder down to the 15-yard line as he's wrestled down. Third and less than one. About half a yard to go. Illinois State defensively, the best red zone defense at FCS. They've shown it early. 2 red zone trips, and they've limited the Bison to a field goal each time.
Other than a couple of plays where they've gotten stung for big yards, this defense has played well all over the field.
Adam Cofield dotting the I. He gets the give. Tripped up and blown up in the backfield.
That's up coming off the edge again. The safety with another blitz, and that's a big part of this defense. When they get down in this red zone area, you're going to have just a straight edge blitz with a perfect angle to make the tackle for the loss by Christian Uphaw.
What do you do here, Ray? Fourth down.
I kick a field goal. That's what I do. Make it a two-possession ball game with the way things have been going. Points seem to be at a premium.
North Dakota State takes a timeout to talk this 4th and 1 over. We'll take the timeout with them. Fourth down coming up. Bison leading by 6. Tonight UFC 245 in Las Vegas. You have 3 title fights. It all starts at 10 Eastern. You can order the main card in English and Spanish. Go to ESPNplus.com/PPV and download the ESPN app now.
Going for
it. Down, and the Bison have kept the offense on the field. 1 yard to go.
It's a great call if you make it.
And they do. It pays off. All the way inside the 10-yard line. A gutsy call, and Adam Cofield makes Matt Ends look like a smart man.
Yeah, and it's part of the aggressive nature. When you watch Matt Ends on the sideline, you're looking at a picture of intensity. He's into it. Former defensive coordinator, he's got that kind of edge, and he's put that edge on his team. And I think that all added up to going for it on 4th and 1 and punching it in.
He told us yesterday, we want touchdowns, not field goals.
Backed it up by going for it.
First goal from the 9. Ty Brooks. Turns upfield for a gain of 3. 40 seconds left. And a timeout taken by North Dakota State. That's their second timeout, 1 remaining.
There's a big guy down on the field as well for the Redbirds. John Ridgway.
John Ridgway down. Let's check in with the studio. Who is it? Thanks, Brick, back at Fargo. This is not the man you want down at your Illinois State.
Not the man you want to take a selfie with either.
The sophomore John Ridgway. He demands a double team pretty much every time the ball is snapped. He's been a monster on that defensive front for this Redbirds team, and he is clearly in pain.
See him when they do the knee test on a guy. They're testing for their knee ligaments with that little medical test that they're doing. Not good.
We just read that UFC promo. Well, he's been fighting in the octagon training MMA since he was 7 years old.
Yeah, he's got a future. And you see the knee was basically planted and Nash Jensen hit his leg on Ridgway's leg, and that created the force.
That's a huge
blow to this Redbird defense.
Jacob Powell, number 96, is the
backup nose tackle.
He's no small dude either at 290 pounds.
But
Ridgway, you have to double team him, or he's gonna blow up your plays. And with him out, that might open things up in the run game for the Bison. A lot of injuries this year for Brock's football team. 8 different offensive starters missed games due to injuries throughout the season. About half of those guys gone for the year.
Their team has made a move to the quarterfinal. They played really well in this first half, but trying to hold the Bison out of the end zone. High formation, a second and goal from the 6. Dimitri Williams taken down to the line of scrimmage.
Ran into Luther Kirk Company, and that's what stopped it.
That puts him in
third down look now.
Burn another timeout.
That's their final one.
Their tight ends have caught 16 touchdown passes combined over the course of this season. And that's what I think they're looking to draw up on the sideline. Some way to get the ball to one of those big tight ends.
Noah Gindorf at 6'6", and Ben Ellefson at 6'3". He got big targets when it comes to the red zone. They've combined for 11 touchdowns this season.
The other option would be to keep it in the hands of your quarterback, Trey Lance, who scored 11 rushing touchdowns himself. And with that plus one run game down in this area, so many teams use it, and there's a reason for that. Because it works.
Illinois State has played so well in this half, but it comes down to this third and goal, trying to keep the Bison out of the end zone.
Lance, play action. Throws it to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson. Charles Wood is in on coverage. The fans thought Woods got a little too handsy in the end zone, but no call.
I kind of agree with the fans. I want to see it again, but it looked to me like Woods realized the ball was coming and panicked and grabbed a hold of Watson.
Yeah, right there.
How do you miss that? I understand that the official was blocked, but this guy should be able to see it. I don't understand why that wasn't called.
Now, the NFL now, you'd be able to review that, but we don't have that luxury here in the FCS playoffs. So Griffin Crosa on for the third time today. For the third time, he puts it straight through from 22 yards.
Iced it in there. That was close. The other one he had was close, but he's putting them in. That's what counts.
So Griffin Crosa, he's responsible for all 9 points of this game. 9-0 Bison lead. Tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, right here on ESPN and the ESPN annual Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by Nissan 5 from New York City. Your finalists, you see him right there. Chase Young, his teammate Justin Fields from Ohio State, Oklahoma's Jalen Hurts, and LSU's Joe Burrow. I'll ask you, Ray, who you got tonight?
There's not a lot of drama with this one. I haven't met anyone who doesn't have Joe Burrow.
What a year
he has had. Still has a chance to have.
Fighting for a national championship.
You know who I would vote for number 2?
Justin Fields, I think.
No, the guy in the end.
I've got his teammate. I like Chase Young. He'd be my number 2 vote.
I just think the way he's disrupted a game this year has been something to watch. For sure. On that end, he can't be happy. His team has yet to score a touchdown, but they do have a 9-0 lead.
I let that one go out.
That's a mistake.
Christian Uphoff should have let that one bounce out of bounds. Instead, he fielded it.
Not a whole lot of. I mean, it's not that costly because I don't think Brock's going to do much other than run James Robinson like he's done throughout the afternoon there.
You'd get much better field position. You might think about taking a shot with 3 timeouts. Now you would definitely not think about it. But if you got the ball, the 40-yard line. If you look at the play selection offensively, 18 rushes, 1 pass.
I'm going to play run in this situation.
Jefferson keeps it himself, turns it upfield for a first down. Clock will stop as they move the chains. All 3 timeouts for Illinois State. They decide to take one of the 3.
Now they're in some reasonable field position where you might have a chance to get down there, steal one, but you play every second of the game. This is high stakes. You can't leave anything out there. Turn it all up.
This is the fourth quarterfinals that played last night. St. James, Madison, Weber State, and Montana State into the semifinals, which will be played next weekend. Higher seed host. So North Dakota State trying to get one last game of the season in the Fargo Dome. Next week against Montana State. But credit Illinois State, Ray. They played on October 5th. They got blown out 37-3 in Missouri Valley Conference play. They've hung tough for this first half.
Hang in here, good. I think Tusk is going to have the green light to go get something.
Escaping pressure. Jefferson gets rid of it, and it's intercepted. Michael Tutsi. With 6 seconds remaining, now North Dakota State actually has a chance to take a shot here.
Throwing into the end zone here. I'm not sure who Bryce Jefferson was throwing to. It looked like he was throwing to Michael Tutsi on this one. And how he got away from this, I don't know how he didn't get sacked, because Lane Tucker was all about his business at his feet. I see what he was throwing to. He was looking for the receiver coming behind Tutsi. But Tutsi is 6th pick of the season.
Tutsi, not only did he get the interception, he ran it back 21 yards, and that sets up the Bison with 6 seconds left, no timeouts from the Illinois State 39-yard line.
Illinois State takes a timeout.
You're going to let Trey Lance have one shot of the end zone here, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's what you need to do. And they were lined up in trips to the wide side of the field, which is your basic Hail Mary formation. Now, is there enough time to get a quick out, maybe, and get yourself in field goal range?
No timeouts. It's so dangerous. You got to get out of bounds.
That's what Brock's talking about, too, is don't give a free one on the edges, but don't let him throw it over your head either. A lot of don't let him in this kind of a huddle, but you just can't let him steal anything from you here with just 6 seconds left and a half.
Brock's back about 15 years ago
when he was the Purdue defensive coordinator.
That guy's all football. I love him for it.
This will be the final play of the half. Lance heaves it shy of the end zone. Incomplete. An ugly ball to end this first half. A defensive affair. North Dakota State, though, not pretty, but the top seed goes into the locker room with a 9-0 lead, and they will get the ball to start the third quarter.
It's a good ball game right now, and both teams are playing at an extremely high level, and to me, that's all you can ask for. And it's close. It's still a ball game. A lot of people thought Illinois State would come in here and just get run out of the building. That has not been the case so far here in this first half.
Brock's back, has to be happy. Even though they have no points hanging in this game, only trailing 9-0. We've got the first-year head coach of the Bison, Matt Eds, with us. Coach, you told us yesterday you want touchdowns, not field goals from your offense. What in the second half does your offense need to do to punch it in and turn it into 6?
Well, we got to be better on early downs. We saw we had a tackle for loss down here. They got us behind the sticks. We just got to find a way. I mean, they're a good football team. All they're doing is bringing 4 off an edge right now. We got to have an answer for it. They're doing it all over the place. I don't know if they feel like they can sit in their quarters coverage and just stop our run game. So we have to have an answer. But if we score every time we're in the red zone, we're not even talking about it right now.
And Coach, your defense has been able to keep them shut down pretty good. What's been the key for that?
Tackling. We've done a decent job. There's been a couple missed, but we're getting more people to the football. We're being sound in the scheme that we're running. We got to continue. They're going to keep challenging us. He's a great back, and they got good football players.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Matt Eds to the Bison. 9-0 lead at halftime. Let's send you into the studio. Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Yo.
I'm left mouthed.
I'm left mouthed.
And it's funny because I'm right.
Are you? Yeah.
That's why we
work so good together, Ralph.
We got both sides
of the mouth covered.
Yeah. By the best red zone defense in the country. So that's beautiful. The Redbird zone. In fact, they're going to change it to that now because these guys are so good at it. It's become the Redbird zone. Are we going to do anything on camera then? Okay. Good. It don't break my heart.
Yep.
I didn't realize he grabbed him on that route. Can we kill them? Thank you. What do you got on the stats? Okay. Zero passing yards. Yeah, I'm going to say they're 3 in the red zone, but they're all 3-pointers, and that's why we still have a close game.
Imagine if Crosa was still out and they had the backup kicker. He
0-0.
Although I thought he missed that second kick. It looked. This is the scene outside before the game. The Bison faithful, 11 a.m. local kickoff, and they were out and ready early. In the first half, though, North Dakota State limited to just 3 field goals and 9-0 lead. We welcome you back to Fargo for the second half. Ray Bentley, J.L. are with you, right? North Dakota State, they came in with a 34-game win streak, but it has not been easy for them.
No, and give the Redbirds a lot of credit. Particularly their red zone offense. Hit it 3 times in the red zone. Illinois State held the Bison to 3 field goals. That is why we still have a nice close ball game right here.
For North Dakota State, Christian Watson, he has more yards receiving than Illinois State has in total offense.
Yeah, he's made a couple of big plays. Trey Lance has been able to get the ball down the field to him. A couple of really nice deep shots. That's really been the difference in this game as far as getting the Bison into field goal position.
The Bison start with the football. And a 9-0 lead. We are back underway in the third quarter. FCS quarterfinals. Watson on the return. He had the hot hand in the first half. And he takes the ball out to the 35-yard line.
And a kicker. Redman had to make the tackle.
A return of 22. I mean, you look at that. Illinois State has yet to make a completion offensively. In the pass game for North Dakota State, you have to look at number 1 in green and gold. He's been the go-to guy all afternoon.
And he has really developed over the course of this season. He's really fast, not particularly elusive, but he can make a move as well. He's straight speed.
Ty Brooks on the carry. Took the first carry of the game for 30 yards. That time only one. Jacob Powell plugged the hole in for the injured John Ridgway. Sophomore nose guard came out right at the end of the first half.
And that's a big blow to this defense. And we'll keep an eye on Powell. He's played extensively throughout the year, obviously as a backup to Ridgway, but he's no slouch himself. That's something worth watching. Got that box loaded up.
A play action for Lance, rolling out, fires, and it's incomplete. A flag comes in.
Got an illegal lineman downfield, looked like to me.
Great coverage again from Charles Woods on the throw. Zeke Vandenberg, the sophomore linebacker, called for the hold. Yeah, it was not on Charles Woods. That was clean. Vandenberg, the linebacker, who called for it.
Grabbed across the tight end. You can't grab him.
That's a first down. For North Dakota State, the Bison have dominated this FCS tournament this decade. 7 national championships in 8 years. Looking for 8 and 9. But getting tested here by fellow Missouri Valley member Illinois State. First and 10, Lance back to throw, plenty of time. Decides to run with it, nobody was open, so Lance going off his feet, and he picks up the first down on the ground and gain of 12.
He wanted a deep shot to Cole Jacob down here on the bottom on this side, but it was just great coverage. Devin Taylor pushed him out of bounds. There was nowhere to go with it, but because the pass rush was non-existent, Lance was able to find his way to a first down.
That is what makes the redshirt freshman so dangerous. Yes, he's got a very capable arm. He's thrown for 25 touchdowns, no interceptions, but even more dangerous is his feet. It blew it dead. That should be a live ball. Charles Woods runs it all the way into the end zone.
Should have been 6 points. When I saw him throw it.
Wow.
To a lateral.
What a game-changing play this is. Should have been a touchdown for Illinois State. Let's take a look.
All right, he throws it in front of the 45 right here. And it is caught behind the 45.
100% behind.
That is a lateral.
That should have been a fumble, which Charles Woods recovered and took into the end zone untouched. Instead, second and 10. Blown up in the backfield. Dimitri Williams absolutely stuffed into loss of 3.
And that's our buddy Jacob Powell. The nose tackle filling in for the injured John Ridgway, and he just pulled the Ridgway move there. A bit for a loss in the backfield.
Credit to Illinois State for refocusing immediately. They could have had their heads down after they were denied by the whistle a touchdown. Instead, a loss of 3 and a third and 13 upcoming.
Got that pass rush group up front now in.
Lance on third down. Escapes the pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Finally does. Throws it away.
Tied to 4, ended up with the pressure going after Lance. After an initial good edge rush up top. They got after it good and good coverage in the back end. And that forces the punt. And that's kind of the way this defense has risen up throughout the day.
Bison fans typically do not need to wait until the third quarter to see their team score a touchdown, and the wait will continue. Yes, a 9-0 lead, but forced to punt away the first drive of the second half. Wagner is pinned Illinois State within the 5 earlier today, and they will be pinned at their own 1-yard line. A 44-yard punt right on the money. That's a great special teams play. Jackson Brown getting the football, making the catch, and then throwing it back into the field of play. Now, college football's all about the ball. If it breaks the plane of the end zone, it's a touchback. Doesn't matter where the ball player is. Now it's Robinson time. That's not what they're cheering for. The defense is trying to get people excited. And they have a great opportunity on defense right here.
Eisen showing pressure. 6 on the line. Robinson gets the carry, squeezes through the line.
It escapes to the 5-yard line, and that'll give not much, but some breathing room for this Redbirds offense to operate. And they needed it. We're back right up big time, and that's always a scary proposition for an offense. Now they got a little breathing room. I would almost say they could pass it here, but they don't pass it. One time all day so far. Actually two, excuse me. And one of those intercepted. Right back to Robinson. Take it down immediately. Logan McCormick on the stop. And when you're playing North Dakota State in Fargo, you're not just dealing with the defense, you're dealing with the crowd as well. And they ramp it up. You're dealing with almost a century's worth of prediction up here. You don't come in here and win. Nobody does. But the Redbirds are giving it a shot. Third and five. Whistle play dead. And a flag. False start, and you credit that crowd. No doubt. Yeah, they've won 26 straight home games in the Fargo Dome. Obviously, the record streak for FCS is a 34-game winning streak. But when you consider what they've accomplished at home, that last loss. It's been a while. Third and 7. And bringing it up in here again. And another false start. And the crowd knows it's them. That one down. But you can't hear. It takes away the advantage that they have as far as knowing the snap count. It don't matter if you know the snap count if you can't hear it. You just got to look in and watch the football. That's what you got to do. Back-to-back touchdown penalties as his football backed up inside the 2-yard line. Gets down to his own end zone, so be sure to that first down. And this crowd continues to find a new octave. They bring it each and every time. I love it, man. You can't help but be lifted up by it if you're in here. It's beautiful. That was a huge run there by Robinson, because what it did is it got him out to the 5. It allows the full 14 yards for the snap back to the punter, so you got a chance to rocket one out of there. Gets it away cleanly. Trevor Height waits for it. Catches it, crosses over. It tripped up at the 35-yard line. Great field position for this Bison offense. Credit the crowd. And North Dakota State looks to capitalize when we come back. So far this season, it's been one of the best offenses in all of college football. Ray Bentley, JL, for with you. What has Illinois State done to take this Bison offense out of their rhythm so far this afternoon?
Well, they played extremely well against the run. They've done an outstanding job of fitting the run and then tackling. You haven't seen a ton of missed tackles or bad tackling from this team. They're a good defense coming in. They were a good defense. This isn't a big surprise.
Great starting field position, but not for long. Kevin Taylor, the cornerback, comes off the edge for a 6-yard sack.
The corner blitz was a surprise, especially for Trey Lance, because he had not looked that way yet. When he did, Boney's got Devin Taylor all up in his grill. See this.
You know, last year they had 15 sacks. This year 51 now. And I asked Travis, how do you do that? You know, we emphasize it. I said, Coach, everybody emphasizes it. Well, we really emphasize it. Apparently they did whatever they did work to go from 15 to 51. Drawing on second down, ball stopped by Christian Watson. A gain of 5. 7 receptions this afternoon for Watson.
Coach Nykamp, there he is up there. And he was saying, there were some things they did. Every day they did a circuit drill that involved pass rush and using your hands. And that's what pass rushing is all about. Is hand placement and knocking the other guy's hands off of you and getting upfield and getting after it.
First down marker at the 25-yard line. 11 yards to go on this third down. Steps up, throws. It's incomplete. Great coverage again. Charles Woods.
He ran the route for Watson on that one. That's just an inside kind of a skinny post-looking route. And I think Charles Woods knew it from the get-go, and he jumped that route. Almost had a pick there. That was really good defense.
Well, for a drive that started on the Illinois State 35-yard line, you expect an offense like North Dakota State to cash in with something, at least gain a yard. They lost a yard in those three plays. The best field position of the day and no points to show for it. This is Redbird defense. He comes to play in Fargo. Yes, they trailed by 9 points, but this has been an outstanding effort. That time, an error by the special teams unit. Garrett Wenger thought he had his third punt of the afternoon. Came within the 5-yard line, and instead it's a touchback.
And this is a huge break for Illinois State. And the ball just went right through the hands of the linebacker down there, Jabril Cox.
Tonight, 9 Eastern on ESPN. The fourth days of the ESPN app. Top-ranked boxing at Madison Square Garden. 3 big fights headlined by the WO welterweight champ Terrence Crawford. You can tune in tonight on ESPN. That's not great. Starting field position, better than your own two. No first downs on the last 4 drives for Illinois State. They go to Robinson, trying to break free. Running hard, but nothing to show for it. Michael Tuxie takes him down. There's 3 or 4 flags down. Might be a face mask.
Looks like that. That was the preliminary signal.
Yep.
Number 25. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
When you've been struggling offensively, Ray, you haven't had a first down in 4 drives. Sometimes you need some help.
And they got it right there. Tuxie, no doubt about it. He just grabbed it and did not let go. That's been coming into this game, I thought that would be a team matchup. Tuxie having to tackle James Robinson in the hole. He tackled him in the hole, but he did so illegally on that play.
This is the first down that picked up since 6 minutes were left. In the first quarter, Robinson finding some running room there. Jogs himself out of bounds after a gain of 7.
Illinois State only ran 8 plays the entire second half. Second quarter, excuse me. And so they've not been out there. People were worried about James Robinson getting tired. He's not really warmed up yet. Get him about carry number 25, then he's ready to go.
He only had 16 carries. 37 a week ago, 41 the week before that. A delayed handoff to Robinson. Turns upfield and picks up the first down. Tackle just shy of that 50-yard line, but the senior Robinson moves the chains again.
And they've only run four plays in Bison territory all day. And they're getting close. They're right on the doorstep of getting across that 50-yard line. And that was a really nice run again by Robinson. Changed his angle and speed to make somebody miss before they even realize they're going to miss. He's already working on the next guy.
Robinson hesitates, turns upfield, and heads into Bison territory, shoved out of bounds by Jabril Cox. Another great gain on first down, goes for 8, sets up a second and two.
That is the third run in this drive that he bounced out to his left. And he seems to have found something there. And that play was supposed to be inside between the tackles. And he beat his quarterback, Bryce Jefferson, outside, and he was running a bit like he had the ball out there. He took himself out of the game, though.
Breathing heavy on that sideline. The question is, what can this Illinois State offense do with Robinson out of this game?
And it's a Philippe.
Here's the freshman. Taken down to the backfield. Coster Ching, the sophomore from South Dakota, came in and wrestled him down for a loss of 3.
Ching's dad played middle linebacker here for the Bison. He knows what it's all about generationally. Brings up a big 3rd and 5. And if you're ever going to pass again, here's your chance.
Robinson back into the game for his 3rd and 5. 1 for 6 on third down today. Jefferson for the third time today. It's Fox's first completion of the game. It goes to Austin Nagel and a first down. That's a big play to convert on third down.
And it also will give a jolt of confidence not only to Bryce Jefferson, but the rest of this offense. It's not all just James Robinson pounding the rock. Hey, we got some other things we can do, and they executed that perfectly. They need more of that.
This is the farthest Illinois State has been into North Dakota State territory, 36-yard line. To Robinson, somehow squeezing through the hole. Pounds his way forward for a gain of 2 before Tutsy and Hankey came in and combined on the stop.
That was a Le'Veon Bellish type run. Where he puts the brakes on and a little hesitation. What that does is it blows up everybody's angle. You're anticipating that guy to be somewhere based on where he's headed. And when he stops, you're going to end up in the wrong spot. That's a really good tactic.
Quick hitter out to Robinson this time. Turns back the other way. Plenty of room. First down and more across the 20. And into the red zone for the first time today. This time, James Robinson making things happen in the receiving game.
And he gets it off to that left side again. Another bounce out to the left. He seems to be extremely comfortable heading that way. This is try to stay alive and survive initially. There were a lot of Bison coming after him. But in the vision, he saw the opening on the far side, and he's got these speed and acceleration to get over there and make it happen.
He reversed field for a gain of 16. First and 10. Take a shot in the end zone right now. Jefferson took it himself. Tripped up for a gain of 1. Real Cox again in on the tackle. You think that was a designed quarterback run?
Yeah, no doubt. That was a designed quarterback run. I want to see him throw one in the end zone. You're not going to get it in there if you don't throw it in there. I mean, I get it. You have limitations and you have a really good running back you want to get the ball to. But enough already. Let's throw the football.
He's had 5 runs and 1 reception on this drive. A second and 9 upcoming. Jefferson sandwich between these two running backs. Hands it off for Luke Brown. Tackled shy of that first down marker, a gain of 5.
Tussey with another tackle from that free safety position, but he wasn't crashing the box that time. So he made a tackle, but unfortunately it was for a gain. And this is definitely 4 down territory here for the Redbirds. 3rd and 4. And field goal ain't going to do a whole lot for you. Touchdown would really put the pressure on the Bison.
The Fargo Dome in full voice for 3rd and 4. They go to Robinson. Tackled shy. Needed 4, only got 2. You said 4 down territory. You see what Brock back decides to do.
3 points, looks like.
That would make it a one-possession game from a two-possession game. This field goal is good.
If it was a little closer, about 4th and a long 1.5 say. I might think about going for it, but if you recall, they got stopped on 4th and 1 earlier in this game. So Back decides to take his points. I think it's a good call.
Senior Sam Sanderson on 27-yard attempt, and he puts it right through. A little Illinois State with 2 minutes left in the third quarter on the board. We've got a one-possession game in Fargo. Coming in, the Bison, North Dakota State, all the talk was the win streak. 34 straight games without losing. It's an FCS record, 26-game winning streak at home. They're in search of their 8th national championship this decade. They won 7 of the last 8. Everybody was kind of looking ahead of Illinois State, saying, hey, are we going to get that national championship? Is it going to be James Madison, Weber State? Well, focus up for the rest of this game on the Redbirds. Illinois State has showed up to Fargo, and they have held very strong. Just got on the board with a field goal, made it a one-possession game, and just trailing by 6. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
They definitely came here to play today, and they're going to make the Bison earn this one.
Ray Bentley up down for the Bison faithful. Showed up at the Fargo Dome. It has been loud for kickoff, but the team's still looking for a touchdown. Christian Watson on the return. Flag comes in. The ball came out. He was down though at the 26-yard line. We'll wait for the flag.
I'm very confident that the two flags around the 15-16-yard line are going to be a blocking infraction. Not sure what the one at the 32 is all about.
And Watson walks off under his own power. 107 yards receiving today for the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida.
2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. One during the return, one after the play. Both penalties will be assessed. During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 26. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Illinois State number 7. 15-yard penalty, it will be 1st and 10. That is number 7.
First and 10 for the Bison when we come back. North Dakota State still in search of their first touchdown. The three other FCS quarterfinals played last night. James Madison taking care of business, shutting out Northern Iowa. Weber State earning their first semifinal appearance in school history with a win against Montana. And then Montana State awaits the winner of this game for the 24-10 win. ESPN's coverage. The FCS Championship continues next week with ESPN and ESPN2. And for more information, you can go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 championships. Here's Christian Watson running the football. His first carry. Obviously, he wasn't too banged up after the kick return. I'll put him right back out there and let him run the ball. Offensively for North Dakota State, the quarterback Trey Lance, coming off a couple of days ago, receiving the Jerry Rice Award, goes to the best FCS freshman. He's a finalist for the Offensive Player of the Year Award, the Walter Clinton Award, but today he's been out of rhythm. Hasn't turned the ball over, but hasn't scored a touchdown either. Had a couple chances and underthrew some opportunities. Run the ball for the second time on this drive, short of the first down marker. Devin Taylor on the stop, only a gain of 2. Well, the other part of it is they have not passed the ball very much in this game. Very conservative in terms of the play selection and play calling. So the one time they really opened it up and took a shot, Lance found Watson on a dime, 55-yard gain. I think it's time to roll that back out again. Maybe not on this particular snap, but I think you need some more shots to stretch this defense out. Below the season average on third down, only 5 of 12. Watch Luther Kirk coming. Kirk Kane got the handoff, only needed 2, got 2, that'll be a first down, secured by Adam Cofield. Third quarter. Nice run by Cofield, getting that first down. You know, he is one of many talented running backs, but Tyler Roll told us he needs to do it all, guy. He can do anything they ask him to do. Third quarter comes to a close. Boy, not a lot of people thought it would be this close. It was 37-3 on October 5th when these two teams played. But Illinois State holding tough as we march to the fourth quarter. A dynasty has been born here in FCS football this decade. 7 of the last 8 national championships. You're running out of room in the trophy case.
Expand the dome just to fit the trophies in.
The renovation, plenty of rings. When you consider 3 head coaches in this decade that has truly been dominated by North Dakota State, Craig Bowl got things started with 3 championships, then Chris Kleiman with 4 championships in 5 years before he left for Kansas State. And now Matt Hans.
5-yard penalty. First down.
And year number one, looking for his first national championship as a head coach. Of course, he was the defensive coordinator for Kleiman. But this has been an uncharacteristic game. No touchdowns so far for North Dakota State. Just 3 field goals. You see the false start there to start the fourth quarter. Just out of rhythm for Trey Lance and his offense.
Yeah, and I'm going to give a huge assist to this Redbird defense in that regard. They played extremely well. And they are the primary reason the Bison offense struggled this afternoon.
Empty backfield for Trey Lance. Steps up. Darts off running himself. Picks up the first down and finally thrown to the ground after the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 for the redshirt freshman quarterback.
If it's there, Trey Lance will find it. He just has a knack to know what works and what's the best option for our offense in a given situation. That time it was the up-the-gut scramble, and he moved the chains. Had a nice job of seeing what he needed to see and then making it happen. Unbalanced to the right.
Right up the middle with the Williams. Took it to the 50-yard line before the gang tackle.
Been a while.
Yeah, we showed you. No touchdowns so far. The last time they completed the game with no touchdowns. You have to go back to when they were competing in Division 2 against North Dakota. November of 2002. Wow.
Last time they didn't light it up here in the dome.
Only a 6-point lead. The fans are a little restless here in the quarterfinal. 2nd and 7, Lance. Surveying the field, pulls the trigger. In and out of the hands, incomplete. Andy Boyan, the sophomore, could not hold on. He stays down after the hit. Credit Christian Uphoff, who came in and laid the lumber and forced the drop.
And I think Trey Lance that don't look good. Trey Lance, for the first time, might have had a bad read. He had a couple of guys open on the backside of that where they flooded the boundary side with 3 receivers. He worked play side, but he had guys open on the backside.
Take another look at this. Solid hit. We'll step aside at 3rd and 7 coming up as Boyan stays down. Very happy to see Andy Boyan back in the huddle. Got up almost immediately as we went to break. Stayed down for a while.
Yeah, we saw him crashing on the ground. I think that was out of frustration as much as anything.
Well, at first you didn't know it was a concern. But then he hopped up and it looks fine. So North Dakota State. A 3rd and 7 upcoming for this offense. Been taken out of their rhythm by the Illinois State defense today. First down marker at the 43-yard line. Lance going deep, incomplete. He was looking for Jimmy Kaporis, the Western Michigan transfer. Just overshot him.
How about Ty DeForest, the middle linebacker, running step for step with the wide receiver Kaporis down the middle of the field. That's pretty good stuff. And just 1 of 4 now on deep shots for Trey Lance.
He unloaded it. You saw the arm strength, but too much on it. Could not connect with Kaporis. And Garrett Wegner getting more work than he's usually accustomed to today. The punter for North Dakota State in his senior year. He's done a great job in the field possession game. Again, with Illinois State within their own 20-yard line. We told you at the top of the show, if Illinois State was going to cause the upset, it would be through the senior running back, James Robinson. 20 carries, 85 yards. He's coming off 2 games where he combined for 78 carries.
See his numbers.
98
carries so far in the playoffs. And they're going to need more from him if they're going to pull this one out.
There's a flag down at the snap. Jefferson throwing the ball and it's caught. Andrew Edgar got his hands down to haul that one in, but let's wait for the flag.
Well, that's hard count. They were offsides again. Another great job by the quarterback, Jefferson, pulling him offside, and then knowing he had a free play and throwing it out to the edge.
Offside. Defense. Number 90. Penalties decline.
Result of the play.
Second down.
Wow.
That was a beauty right there.
First one of the day for the sophomore Andrew Edgar. This is the fifth time that Illinois State in the last 9 drives has started inside their own 20, but they have not been deterred. They took a second and two instead of what would have been a first and 5.
They're just trying to pass the quarterback stats.
Only third completion of the day. To Robinson. Again, a patient approach, only needed 2 yards.
He's going to be a little guy.
Just short.
Big third down here. This Robinson offense. It's only to give the defense a bit of a step. If they need points, if they're going to come down and win this game, it's going to be that time.
Fans loud, some nervous faces in Fargo Dome right now. Third and 1. Play action. Jefferson in trouble. Down he goes. Spencer Wagee, the sophomore from South Dakota, comes up huge.
Nowhere to throw the ball. Markadell had the glove coverage on the tight end. Tuala. And then you had Tutsy with the coverage on Robinson. There was just nowhere to throw the football.
That's the fourth 3 and out by this Bison defense today. Nice punt, lands at the 36-yard line. We've still got a one-possession game in Fargo. Now there's a sign College Game Day would be proud of. You look at the quarterback lineage in North Dakota State.
Great concept, beautiful artwork. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, the fourth Awakens, the fourth quarterback in this lineage. But Trey Lance, he's been so good all season. Won the Jerry Rice Award for best FCS freshman. He extended his 34-game win streak, the longest in FCS history. And yet, no touchdowns today, out of his rhythm. You credit the Illinois State defense, obviously, but a drive right now to try and make it a two-possession game and give the Bisons some breathing room.
And they need that right now because in my experience, because it is definitely, I mean, to the eyeball test, North Dakota State's a better outfit. But they're letting them hang around, and the longer you let somebody hang around and give them hope, your odds of taking their business go down.
Average starting field position from their own 38 today. This drive starts with their own 35. They hand it to the local kid, Ty Brooks. Born and raised here in Fargo. Nowhere to go with it.
I still got to give another nod to the nose tackle, Jacob Powell, who came in for the injured John Ridgway, and they have not missed a step. They've been just as stout with Powell clogging up the middle.
Technically only a front three, but they bring those linebackers down so often.
Here he is again. Powell had him by the ankles. McKnight finished the business.
He's been the game changer. Both he and Ridgway. Fourth tackle for Powell. And a third and 10. This was the game plan. Get third and longs against North Dakota State. Make them earn those first downs. And that has been the recipe all afternoon long, and it stayed true on this drive.
And they dialed up pressure on a lot of these third downs.
6 for 14 on third down today. Clean pocket. Not for long. Lance has to move. Trying to get the first down with his feet. He did.
Oh, I don't know how he got out of that one. That pressure was coming. But he found an escape route. Because there's nowhere to throw the football either. It's covered up pretty nice. And then McKnight almost got to him. But that little move right there, he saw the two defenders closing in, one on each side, and he was able to split for the first down. That's good stuff.
On third down, needed 10, got 11.
That's what he does.
Big for out of field on first down. No, when it's not Trey Lance running the football, the Illinois State rush defense has been stout.
They really have. They've done a really nice job of tackling, filling their gaps. They are making the Bison earn everything they've got so far today. They've earned a 9-3 lead thus far.
Straight back to Cofield. Again, blown up right at the line of scrimmage. Zeke Vandenberg, his second tackle of the drive.
Nice play by the outside linebacker, sophomore. This is a young defense too. I mean, you look at across the starters, and they only have two seniors starting on this defense. And they're pretty good players, and Luther Kirk and Ty DeForest, but a lot of good future for this football team.
For as loud as it gets, with North Dakota State on defense for a third down, it is so quiet offensively. And I think some nerves started to creep in at the 8-minute mark, and a timeout taken by North Dakota State.
Big third down they're looking at.
Bison want to talk over this third and 6. Sports Center tonight after top-ranked boxing. 11:30 Eastern time on ESPN. Kenny May, Michael Lee, still have all your post-fight coverage from Madison Square Garden. Plus, you'll hear from the 2019 Heisman Trophy winner. And a look around the NBA. Coming up tonight on ESPN Sports Center. Not many highlights to show from this game. No touchdowns, just 4 field goals. North Dakota State kicked 3 of them at a 6-point lead with a little more than 8 minutes to go here in the Fargo Dome. A lot of defensive highlights. I mean, if you like a 2-yard run as a highlight as an old linebacker, that warms the heart a little bit. These two teams have turned back the clock on football. Love it. 3rd and 6. Lines the game to the 43, right up the middle. Ty Brooks spinning down, and he's going to be short. He only got 4. It looked like Brooks was on his way, and then he just got snatched out of that pile. Pulled backwards. DeForest along with Simon making the play. So interesting. North Dakota State, for as prolific as they are offensively, in the second half, they've really played the field position game. They keep getting into around midfield, can't capitalize. They've been forced to punt it away. Both play callers have been close to the vest. Wagner is in that inside the 5 twice today, looking for a 3rd time. Jabril Cox couldn't catch up to it. So Illinois State ball after the touchback, only trailing by 6, still looking to pull this upset. They usually do, but it's been a good game. Illinois State has hung around here in Fargo against the top-seeded North Dakota State Bison. It is because of James Robinson. They only have 3 points offense, but he's got 102 yards of the 134 total yards in this game. And he has been really the only bright spot on this offense consistently throughout the afternoon. Any good things that happen to him usually are closely associated with number 25. His number will be throughout this drive, but he's on first down, running with a head of steam. Straight through the teeth of the Bison defense. And 3 games, 100 carries now for James Robinson. And then I'm going to say it's 101 carries because that other carry is that whole football team on his back. He's done it so far now on this drive, an opportunity to tie the game with a touchdown. Right back to Robinson. Baby. Jackson says, no, you don't. The big linebacker right in the hole, and Matt Robinson, there was nowhere to escape that time. 2 for 9 on 3rd down today. And the biggest one upcoming. That clock keeps ticking down. I don't know if it's time to call this 4 down territory just yet. But the Redbirds are going to make a move. No time like the present. Need to get to the 30 to make the change. Jefferson in trouble. Running left. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. tumbling his way to the 46-yard line. What a run by the freshman quarterback. 21-yard gain to pick up the first down.
And this is all about his composure. He's scanning the field. He makes his reads. He sees what's going on. Realizes he's got a chance to make a play. And off he goes.
And there wasn't a sense of panic or anything to run out there. That's just playing the quarterback position at a high level.
That 21-yard run. Second play of the day for this Illinois State offense. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Redbirds looking for what will be an unbelievable upset here in Fargo. Robinson looking for room. Fighting his way forward, close to the 50. It can take 7 defenders to bring that man down.
They're all over the place. But guess what? It's going to take that many to get him down. He is giving the extra effort. And he runs hard anyway. I don't know, he's running super hard right now. 110 yards on 25 touchdowns. They told us we are going to put the saddle on our horse and ride him down the stretch. Here we go. A second and 7. Heading down Old Town Road. Play action. Pressure coming. Taken down. Tony Pierce. Nowhere Bryce Jefferson can turn to. A loss of 9 on the sack. And a helmet, so he's going to have to come out. But that's just great pressure. The edge rush from Pierce was outstanding. How about this for Trenton in the outfield? Your first play of the game is a third and 16. Has to come in because Jefferson lost his helmet. The conservative play call just runs it. 8-16. Only got about 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. You have all three timeouts. They'll have to bring the punt team out. I mean, 4th and 13 is too much time left. But they're going to have to force a 3 and out and get the football back if they're going to win this game. For North Dakota State, 4-minute offense time. And there's no better way to win a championship. Or advance in the championships. And pound it through the 4-minute offense. Fielded uncomfortably by height, but he does the job. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. We've got a 6-point game.
It's been 34 games since North Dakota State last lost a football game. Have to take you back to November 4th, 2017. It was South Dakota State. They forced North Dakota State into 5 turnovers that day. Won the game 33-21. It's also funny enough, the last time they were outrushed in a game. They're getting outrushed right now against Illinois State. 157 to 131. Bison have the football. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. Running it with Adam Cofield.
Nice play by Romeo McKnight, running that thing down from the backside. The former state wrestling champion got himself another takedown.
I'm curious, how do you handle if you're North Dakota State being in this kind of environment, playing a close game? They've only had one game decided by less than 10 points in each of the last 2 seasons. They haven't been in this situation.
No doubt it's unfamiliar territory, but you do what you do when you're ahead. You're winning the game. You keep your composure. You keep fighting. You make the smart decisions, and you just play ball. To try to make it more than that is going to send you in the wrong direction.
Illinois State takes the timeout. At least they're keeping it light on the sideline. You wouldn't think
I don't think they're too stressed out over there right now.
Illinois State, the Redbirds did take a timeout. So 2 remaining. A second and 11, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. We'll see how they manage those final 2 timeouts here.
Yeah, I'm looking for Trey Lance to run the football. And one of these next 2 down. That's been an effective thing for him all day.
9 carries, 42 yards for Lance. Ray Bentley right on the money, but Lance running out of real estate. You don't want to go out of bounds, but he did. That will stop the clock. He should have went down.
That's a rare mental error from Trey Lance.
Illinois State took a timeout.
Well, you know what, the clock will start up because we're not in the last 2 minutes. So it's a necessary timeout.
Great call, Ray. 3 minutes and 9 seconds. The last 5 seconds back onto that clock. 3rd and 11. 1 timeout remaining. The Redbirds defense has answered the bell all day long. And yet it all comes down to this.
Right? And the thing I would do on this, I would have 2 guys spying Trey Lance. I'm going to cover up one-on-one across the board, but I'm not letting Trey Lance scramble me to death again, because that's what he's done in critical situations on these 3rd and long throughout the afternoon.
And if you want some context for just how good this Illinois State defense has been today,
I do.
They're 3 minutes away from holding the Bison without a touchdown. The last time a team did that in this building, 2002. Yeah, it's been 17 years. But Bison don't care about the touchdown. They just need a first down to try and advance to the semifinal. 3rd and 11 for Trey Lance. Pressure coming off the edge. Unloads it down the sideline, and it's incomplete. But a flag comes in. Devin Taylor on coverage on Christian Watson.
They've been letting them play all day, and now they want to throw a flag. That surprised me a little bit.
The officials are talking.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Let's take a look at this one. You know what? He didn't turn back to the quarterback. He's probably what he started to at the end, but you don't have to turn back. As long as you don't make contact, it don't matter what way you turn. There's some contact there. But I don't think that was significant contact. That's a tough one. That's a coin flipper to me. I don't know. I guess my biggest beef is they've been letting that stuff go all day. And now they're going to call it here in the last couple minutes. It's a coin flipper that creates a first down for the Bison. 3 minutes to go, only one timeout. One more first down would put this game away. Taken down immediately.
Nice big hit there. Marco Washington coming in off the edge.
Illinois State decides to save that last timeout. The clock will continue to run down.
And if you're a Redbird right now, you need to tackle the football. And you want to knock it out every play, but now it becomes forefront in the mind. Sacrifice making a tackle over punching the ball out is where I would be mentally.
in the backfield. Hopefield gets the handoff, lowers his shoulder, wrestles down to the 35-yard line. The timeout is taken. That's the final Illinois State timeout. A 3rd and 7 upcoming with 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
So if they do not get the first down on this play, you'll have another 45-ish seconds run off this clock. Now you're down to about a buck 25-ish. And you have the punt, so they would have a little bit of time.
Would you risk if you stop? If you're the Bison, would you risk throwing the football on a 3rd and 7, or are you just concerned about draining that clock?
I would say no, I wouldn't throw it, but then I think again and say, wait a minute, I have Trey Lance who hasn't thrown an interception all year. So maybe I do throw it and go for it. And they did on that last 3rd down. They took the deep shot and they got the DPI. So again, I speak twice, but I might give Trey Lance a chance to show me how he got here.
Illinois State out of timeouts. A 3rd and 7. North Dakota State with a first down would effectively end the ball game. Lance going to run it himself. Swallowed up. Behind the line of scrimmage. A huge stop. Zeke Vandenberg and Tavon Clark combining on that tackle. They would let the 2 minutes to go. Illinois State will get the ball back.
Watch Romeo McKnight here. He's going to loop into the inside on a stunt, and he's going to be basically the guy that will take this thing away. Bam, right there. I take that back. That's Tavon Clark. Number 6, not number 8. That's a great call and a great way to stop a quarterback from scrambling up the middle, which is the way that they've been hurt many times. So great defensive call to force that stop.
Enter DeForest back there. Lets it bounce, fields it at the 20. Gets out of bounds quickly. So a minute and 22 seconds left. Illinois State with an opportunity to tie this ball game with a touchdown.
And if you thought it was loud in here earlier, they've been saving it for now. This is the time.
A reminder tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by Nissan, live from New York City. Looks like it's going to be Joe Burrow's award. The 4 finalists there in New York City. You get your answer tonight right here on ESPN. No timeouts for Illinois State. They've only thrown the football 5 times today. One of those is kicked off. They're going to have to throw it now. Jefferson staying in the pocket, now escapes. Throws well over the head of Andrew Edgar. He was wide open too. Just couldn't get it down.
Yeah, he had a guy underneath that I think scared Jefferson a little bit with a little bit of extra air under it, and he was receiver.
Only 34 passing yards today. And with no timeouts, you just can't afford to run the football in this situation.
This time. And here he is. This defensive end got the free rein to go get it.
Jefferson tucks and runs, needs to get out of bounds and does. 1 minute and 8 seconds. Then the clock will stop. 3rd down upcoming for the Redbirds.
Yeah, they have to think about getting this first down right now.
The gain to the 32. Pass is incomplete. Michael tucks in on the coverage. Braxton Haley, the intended receiver. Pretty good ball, just couldn't come up with it.
I like the throw. It's where it has to be. But I don't know that Haley saw it because of the underneath coverage. It might even have tipped by Josh Haley.
4th and 7. Illinois State needs to get to the 32-yard line. This is the ball game. Bison only bring 3. It's enough pressure. Jefferson digs it incomplete. And North Dakota State will hang on. was not pretty, but the Bison get it done with defense.
A gutsy performance. There's a lot of ways to win a football game, and they just found another one here at Dakota State where they've explored about most of those options. But today it was defense. Getting it done.
Bison will take two knees and end this game. It'll go down as a victory, but also the first time North Dakota State has not scored a touchdown in this building since 2002. If I told you that before the game, you'd say, man, Illinois State, they'd have a good chance, and they did, but just not enough offense to pull the upset.
I wouldn't have believed you if you told me before the game. But how about Matt Entz and his football team getting it done?
And on the other sideline, if you're Brock back, you have to be proud, especially him being a defensive guy, the way his team fought today in Fargo.
Yeah, and you know, they've really done an unbelievable job. They lost their starting quarterback the last week of the season. And to be able to put together a playoff run with a freshman that hasn't played yet, an amazing, remarkable coaching job to get him this far. And to put up such a fight here today.
After the 24-point win a week ago against Nichols, Matt Entz, first year head coach, was asked, are you happy? I mean, it wasn't a great performance. He goes, there is nothing to be ashamed of when you win a game. A win is a win. And more questions will be asked this week, but the top seed Bison move on a 9-3 victory, gutted it out against Illinois State.
It was really a pleasure. I mean, this was old school football. Huddling and running the ball and making things happen on the ground. Very physical battle. Nobody needs to hang their head after this one.
So your semi-final matchups are set in the FCS championship. North Dakota State taking on Montana State, and then James Madison and Weber State. North Dakota State obviously will have some things to work on this week, but at the end of the day, it's survive and advance in playoff football.
That's all that matters. You know what? They're going to be there working on things. That's the difference. And when you get into a tournament, it doesn't have to be pretty. As long as you said, like you said, survive and advance, that's all you need to do. They're up to 35, surviving and advancing now.
Yeah, they extend that FCS record win streak to 35 straight victories.
Their ninth straight semifinal.
Eyeing that eighth national championship of the decade, looking to add 2019 onto the banner that hangs here in the Fargo Dome. The Bison faithful had to wake up early for this one. They didn't get to see a touchdown, but they get to walk out with a win.
Walk out into the cold. A win will make you a little bit warmer. Trey Lance survived without throwing an interception. Didn't have a touchdown pass, but he had some critical plays in this ball game. Kept him going.
Especially with his speed in particular. Picked up some crucial first downs. Yeah, Lansey won the Jerry Rice Award earlier this week for best FCS freshman. Yeah, think about that. Next is a freshman. Yeah, it's amazing. And joining us now, first-year head coach, Matt Entz. Coach, no touchdown, but you got to win, and that's all that matters. Having your team got it out this afternoon.
I think you saw us just defensively got pretty efficient on third down, so we forced that turnover late in the second half, excuse me. It just forced them to become a little bit one-dimensional. Didn't let them rely on the run game like they had been previously in their previous two playoff games. Then played really good on third down, got pressure on the quarterback. That was the key for us defensively.
Matt, how's the kicker? I mean, you haven't played too many close games, and this one you had to sweat it out a little bit. How was that?
It's good. You know what? We needed that. We continue to grow. We're still a team full of underclassmen, so we'll use this to our advantage. Get better this next week.
Coach, the good news is you have a next week to get ready for. Enjoy it, and good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
A 9-3 victory for North Dakota State. Survive and advance, that's the name of the game. For our entire crew, Ray Bentley, I'm Jay Albertine. So long from Fargo. Let's get you to the studio with John Britt.